Guys, you can start asking questions to Venkatesh. Let me just start with this, okay? So, Venkatesh, hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Yes, could you give me a little overview about your profile, please?
Yes. So I am a retail professional of around 11 years of experience. I have worked in Tata, Chroma for the past 3 years from 2021 to 2024. Before that, in Reliance Digital for around 8.5 years from 2012 to 2021. My major responsibilities are business analysis, business development, and business administration. I have handled several projects as a junior BA, as a subject matter expert in later stages, and I was part of few important projects related to business administration in my role during those times. My major skills were requirement gathering, requirement illustration, requirement communication, collaboration with the development team, and communication of the project development to the uh, ground. These are my specialties. Thank you.
Could you give me, I think we have mentioned about the projects, right, that you have worked. As a business analyst, you have worked on those projects?
I have worked as a subject matter expert only. I did not get a chance of working as a full-time BA in those
Okay.
projects. And the nature of the projects have been more of process oriented rather than product oriented. Those projects mainly concentrated on improvement of the existing products and making it much more easier for the business to be done. So therefore, my expertise has been used only as a subject matter expert.
Okay. May I know, could you give me an overview about the projects that you have worked on, Mr. Venkatesh?
Yes, yes. So there is a project which is called RONA, Roma. This project uh, was held in the year 2023 from Chroma. The intention of the project, main intention of the project is to integrate the uh, website, shopping website features into our billing system so that our catalog sales can be improved on the floor itself. The website is a powerful tool in terms of cataloging the products and browsing the products. So we integrated that feature into our billing system on the floor, which means that the customer coming to a store location can not only browse the products that are physically available, but he can also browse the products that are available through the website. And he can build the products there and then itself. And the inventory management system and the billing system are supportive for enabling the customer to do the billing and get the product delivered. So my major role in this project is uh, communicating the requirements, what kind of requirements the user might be needing, what kind of billing requirements, what kind of inventory requirements, like how the inventory is going to get adjusted, how the inventory is going to get delivered to the customer. These are all requirements. We have created several user stories and we have completed the project within a span of 6 months, of which my contribution to the project was around 1 month to 1.5.
Okay. So may I know how we have
This
gathered requirements for this project?
okay. Yes. So we have done an what do you say as is to be analysis.
Hello,
We have done,
Venkatesh.
excuse me, there was some background disturbance. Yeah. We have done an as is to be analysis. Like as is currently we have like we have done an as is to be analysis in various you know various what do you say attributes like product availability, billing, and then we have done in inventory availability. Then these are all we have checked, and from there we have seen the gap wherein what we do want to be and where we are currently. And through the gap analysis, we have gathered various requirements like that. Like let's say that as is situation, currently customer can only browse the products that are available physically, which limits the range of the product availability. To be analysis, customer can seamlessly select the products from a variety of products in a large catalog. That is to be analysis. The gap would be the space constraint of the store, and the solution would be implementing of the website into the store. That is one gap. That is one user story. Second user story: how to integrate, how to implement. So is it through the systems integrated in the system, or should we need any personal devices with the sales associates? So that would be the second requirement. The third breakdown, if at all there is a personal requirement, what do you say, uh, a personal device. So we have to integrate the current software with the website, and we have to link the what do you say, website cart to the billing cart in the store. And we also need to integrate the inventory as well as uh, finances at the back. So that is user number three. User requirement number three. User requirement number four is user story number four is once we are doing the billing, we need to authenticate the customer, and we also need to authenticate the salesperson. Those two are become user stories number five and six. So we have broken down it in various parts using as is to be and gap analysis integrated. And from that we have taken around 15 to 20 user stories, important user stories. Again, from those we have divided each user story into several small parts of tasks, which can be worked around 2 to 3 days per task. And for each user story, we have taken around 2 weeks of time. So that's how we have communicated the details to the project team.
So for gathering of your requirements, have you not used any illustration techniques, Venkatesh?
Analysis, yes, yes, we have used. Gap analysis we have used. We have also used documentation analysis because that is currently already present. And our meetings have always been along with the focus groups along with the focus groups. And the focus groups have always been the development team, the business operations team, and subject matter experts, which are us. So these are the elicitation techniques which we have used. Was pretty basic.
Fine. Guys, Kshitija, I can ask questions to Mr. Venkatesh. Okay, let me tell you the purpose of this, okay? So that whatever the interview questions you're facing, so that you can ask them so that we can get to know in real time what type of questions, interview questions we can expect from this. Okay? Yeah, Kshitija, you can start asking questions to him.
Okay. Hello, Venkatesh. I'm Shrutika. So,
Yeah,
as
hi.
I can see, you are a branch manager from 11 years and you want to transition into business analyst. So, why do you think that you want to switch into as a business analyst?
Well, Kshitija, with my 11 years of experience, I thought that I can contribute at a bigger picture. And business analysis is a role which helps the uh, the the business professionals as well as the technical professionals to work together through him. He is a big liaison. He works as a liaison, an accurate liaison who can communicate technical requirements as well as operations requirement to and fro with deep understanding in the business. So his contribution towards an operation is of most of vital importance. So that is the major reason which I learned business. I want to become a business analyst. This would be my first phase of business analyst operations. Later on, I would like to convert myself with full technical business analyst with as my
Okay.
experience goes on by acquiring few more skills in project management as well as product development procedures. So this is my roadmap and intention to becoming business.
Okay. And which methodology do you use in the project?
Uh, yeah, to become a business analyst or to do a project, I didn't get a clarity.
During
Hello.
the project, during the
Okay, what
project,
are the
which
methodologies I have used? Oh, I got it. I got it. So in Roma, we have to use agile methodology because that project requires continuous changes because the first thing is the catalog of of the website has always been dynamic. Therefore, the project maintenance need to be dynamic because the products keep on changing every other day. So we have to keep the project open ended for maintenance on every day to add and remove the products. That is number. Number two is we have to use agile methodology because we want the access login access to be as simple and as easy as possible. And to reach there, it was not, and we have done, that access, what do you say, easy access by trial and error methods. But we have implemented a username and password for the customers, which have been very tougher. Then we have slowly improved. We have slowly gone towards two-step verification through mail ID uh, and OTP. And from that, we integrated the software in such a manner that it will take only either mail ID or mail ID email verification or an OTP verification. So like that we went. Including that, we also had to integrate the login of the associate who is working on the tablet for the scrolling of the product. So for even the associate, the authentication was, authentication system was developed in a two to three steps. First, we have to use Microsoft Azure. Rather than we have used the normal user mobile number authentic OTP verification. We are also for these requirements, this was already almost dynamic in nature, and therefore we have to use the agile methodology.
okay, okay. And what is user stories?
User stories, they were around 15 to 20 user stories, starting from authentication, login, and then browsing, and then adding to the cart, and then while adding to the cart, asking for various other components like accessories, value-added services, then asking for various payment modules. There were around nine payment modules which have to be integrated and which have also need to be robust in terms of security. And these are all the functional requirements. And there are non-functional requirements like the performance of the website, the integration, stability of website into the store, the store system, the store inventory server, the store financial server, and then we also need to add various gateways for payments, which need to be strong in connection as well as in security. So there are around 15 to 20 uh, user stories with unique parts.
Okay.
Hello, Venkatesh.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Hans. Yeah, Yuri.
Yeah. So, what type of enterprise analysis do you have do for your projects like SWOT, market, and feasibility like that? Now, what type of enterprise
Mm,
analysis do you have for your projects? Now, can you give me?
yes, yes, yes. So this is actually improving of a legacy system which is already existed for the past 15 years. So what we have done is we have done market analysis of whatever our competition is implementing, and we have seen that we are the first to implement such an integrated software of both a website as well as the store. And then after that, we have also done the SWOT analysis of what our strengths in terms of our websites, what are our weaknesses in terms of our store, what are the opportunities that we can find if we integrate the both of them, and what are the threats like data management threat, security threat that could be a security threat. What do you say? The speed that the server speed threat, all these things we have checked it, and we have gone ahead. Uh, we have made a document that requires, that mentions the purpose of the project, what would be the outcome, and what is the business value that is going to that going to we are going to get at the end of the project. So this is how we are implementing the enterprise analysis.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is about strategy analysis? What type of strategies did you have followed for that projects in your?
Uh, Strategy analysis. This is what we have followed, Yagiri. I think I need to check that areas of documentation in terms of strategy analysis. But as per the enterprise analysis, we have seen what kind of leverage can we can occur over the market using this uh, project.
No, what I'm asking you now. So, if you are facing any risk or conflicts, whatever it may be from your projects, now how did you conduct that meetings with your project team, like the development team, and what type of analysis did you have conduct solutions to that risks, and how did you strategies followed with that conflicts without any facing that again at the next time of that same risk, whatever it may be. So that type of strategies I'm asking. Like, what type of steps did you have followed like that?
So, if you ask me about the meetings that have been conducted, uh, first we have followed this proposal initiation meeting, which with the business owner, who is the regional manager of our business, and as well as the development team, and they are the ones who have come with the problem statement. stating that they would like to integrate the website with the store since a lot of because the major problem is a lot of customers are not getting the products they wish to purchase at the stores, but the same customer is going back and ordering the product, online of our company, in the website of our company. So we thought that so that was the problem statement. So the solution that we have come up with is a one-line solution. Uh, is that what if we have the same catalog present at the store level? So that was the idea. For there, we have seen what kind of gaps that are there to integrate uh, the website into the store operations. For that, we have done the gap analysis. In the gap analysis, we have found that there are gaps there are several gaps to fill to integrate the website into the store. The first one would be uh, the first one would be the customer authentication at the store level, just like they have done and just like a customer does himself at the website on his own. That was the first challenge in which we were able to identify problems such as verification of the customer and also multiple customer ID access, etc. Uh, so after that, we have identified problems such as integrating the products that are available in the store into the catalog, and then we have also, so these are the issues. So we have done the enterprise analysis actually. I think I need to work more on that question.
Okay. Just once go through that once. No? Okay.
I'll work on that. I'll work.
So okay. So what did you know about that contribution of BA throughout the project from the starting to end? How it will be the BA involved into the project where in that stages likewise. Can you explain me once?
Yes, 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 yes. So
Venkatesh, put it
yes,
in a
please.
way like your experience. What is your contribution? Okay.
Okay. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
So my major contribution was in terms of but in terms of requirement gathering in the creating the user stories. This has been my major contribution, and also at steps wherein the project even it is in development phase. I would look into how the project is how the project is implemented at the ground level, and I would inform them what kind of challenges or impediments we might face upon developing during the development phase as an end user. So this has been my contribution to the project. Now coming at various stage level, so the initiation of the project, we have contributed in terms of identifying the current problems as what the sales team and the customers face in terms of identifying a product list. So that is where my contribution was there in initiation. And during designing phase, we want to be as simple as possible. So the development team has communicated us through activity diagrams how the process flow would be, and we identified what kind of technical complexities as well as operational complexities that we might face while implementing that project. There is an example where the development team want want to bypass the salesman authentication and direct to jump into the customer verification. So we have reminded the development team that the salesman is not a unique ID. it is actually differ from various stores because salesmen are present working at various stores. So various salespeople are working at various locations. Therefore, the salesman identification uh, uh, should be in lieu with in lieu with the store location. Because each unique salesman ID is only related to each unique store code. So we have informed that which has later on created 3 to 4 more user stories because we need to first identify the unique store name, then we have to identify the unique salesman ID, and we have to verify that unique salesman ID that he is present in that location, and then we have to open his account, and then the salesman can do access can log in the customers. So this is one impediment which we have faced at the initial stages. Then at the development phase, there is nothing much we have contributed because everything was well planned during the design phase. Whereas at the UAT testing, we have done a lot of data testings. We have seen a lot of issues handled by the store level. They are mainly those issues have come from non-functional requirements like the speed of the website, the availability of the database to all the stores at the same time. The servers used to crash when all the stores used to log in at the same time. So we have identified these problems and we have communicated immediately to the development team in our daily meetings. And the development team was able to improve. Was able to improve those technical requirements in a day or two, and we have gone ahead. We have then again faced some other problems in terms of speed, in terms of security, in terms of authentication, and step by step we have closed it. UAT testing was taking more time because there were several samples that are using at the same time. Therefore, we have taken more time for UAT testing, beta testing especially, and at the end we were able to fulfill all the requirements in terms of browsing speed, turnaround time for adding the product to the catalog, the security constraints like login authentication, payment authentication, payment gateway authentication, etc. And we are also able to see that the product was able to get delivered to the customer successfully upon ordering in the product in the store itself, which we consider it as a definition of time. So that's how we have concluded the project.
Okay,
Mhm.
fine. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Venkatesh.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Let us look into the cover letters of other participants also. Okay. So before starting that, Abhinay, hi, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yeah, I think you have joined now only, right? So
Yes.
let me give a little overview about this, okay? So in this mock panel interview, we gonna display the cover letter of the participants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the rest of the participants can look into the cover letter and you people can start asking questions to that particular participant.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, fine. So Kshitija,
Yes,
hello. Kshitija, uh, Kshitija, are you there? I think you're on mute. So could you please unmute yourself, Kshitija? Able to speak. Okay. So once check your audio once.
yes, yes, ma'am.
Now it's fine, right?
Hello. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So can I display your cover letter, Kshitija?
Actually, ma'am, I'm not prepared. Actually, ma'am, that ma'am told me I have to just listen to the today.
Sorry, I didn't get your point. Hello. Okay, fine. So, Abhinay, can I display your cover letter?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Are you able to see the cover letter, guys?
Yes.
Yes, I am able to see. I'm
Okay,
reading.
fine. Yeah. So, the rest of the people, Venkatesh and Kshitija, you can look into the cover letter of Abhinay and you can start asking questions to Abhinay. Okay.
Okay. I have completed reading it.
Yes, you can start asking questions, Venkatesh.
Yeah. Hi. Good morning, Abhinay.
Morning. Morning.
So, like you mentioned here that you got around 9 years of experience, out of which uh, 4 years is also business analyzing business, and
Yes.
5 years in securities settlement specialist in Wipro and Franklin Templeton,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes, I this is the gist of your interview of your resume. I'm sorry. So, so you have informed that you develop project plans, monitor performance, that the needs of our stakeholders are met. So,
Mm-hmm.
can you please walk us through how you develop project plans? How you get a proposal? How are you involved in the project? In on what capacity are you involved in the project? And how do you develop project plans? What are the methodologies you use the project plans?
Yeah. Hi everyone. See, basically the projects in which I was involved are part of operations teams. So the projects which we do will be handled only by the operations teams, mainly settlements teams. As I am part of settlements before, so I have given these projects. My work is to make sure which aspects of the application should be moved first so that the team can start using those applications. See, the main projects that we have done is migration of legacy applications to the new platform so that the operations team can work better. See, at the end of the day, we want to increase the client experience by settling more trades. How we can settle is how efficiently or how effectively the team can prioritize those trades on daily basis in order to increase the settlement efficiency. So my work will come as a BA should make sure that the important tabs of the legacy application should be moved so that the teams will start working on them as and when the feature is delivered, so that they can increase the settlement efficiency. And also there's a monitoring performances. So whenever our legacy, there is no latency if we go from one task to another task in the in the old applications. But if we come to the new application, there is a latency of 15 minutes. So there are a lot of concerns raised by the operations team because the work they are do will affect client accounts and in the markets as well. See, we do handle all the European markets and North America markets. So whatever we are doing for EMEA markets, that will affect the traders accounts, and whatever the activities that we are doing on that application for DTC markets, we say for North America markets, that will affect our client accounts. So we should make sure that those were not being impacted at the end of the day, because everything will be reflected at the end of the day, and this will impact the trading level. And so the stakeholders which are involved or apart from the operations team, they are the traders as well. So these impact the activities that we are doing on these applications will impact their accounts as well. So we need to make sure that their activities were not disturbed, because whatever it's reflected in the application, they will use the same data for the next day trading. This is
Okay.
the overall list of the projects that we do.
Okay. So, uh, what kind of project methodologies have you handled uh, to implement your project?
See, as these are migration projects that we have handled, so the methodology we used is agile methodology, because we have this application is only in-house application. This is only used by the UBS business solutions. So we have used the agile methodology because we have a number of sorry, we have ample time for us. There is no budget or time bound for this migration, as this is the main application for the operations team, and around more than 1,000 employees are using this application. So we are not in a rush. So we are using agile application so that whenever each and every feature is being delivered based on the feedback from the operations team, we will go to the next feature or next tab to be migrate for the migration. We have used agile Scrum methodology.
How did you initiate the project for this migration of your application?
See, basically, this will be, we are getting this from the business, because daily our business will be having their interactions with different clients. Like suppose if UBS is one of the bank, so we will be having quarterly meetings with other brokers or other counterparties like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and State Street. These type of banks will be having every quarterly, our business will be having their meetings there. We came to know that so we need to increase the client experience. So how well we can increase the client experience. So our business came to an idea, so that see in our legacy application, where the teams, irrespective of the team, they will be having access to view everything. So our business came to know that based on the need to know principle, we have to migrate from legacy to the new one, so that if I am working in EMEA markets, I can only see the trades that are involved, that are part of EMEA. So if I am working for yeah, Middle East trades, I need to access only the Middle East trades. So based on the need to know principle, the team should work so that they can effectively work on their day-to-day activities. So this is the
Yes,
requirement.
those are boundaries defined, but how did you initiate the project? Where did you start? Who came with the problem statement?
Yeah, that's what
And
business will be the
yes,
problem.
yes, yes. And what are the sessions you have conducted or involved in order to come to problem statement to the proposed solution thing? What are the
Yeah,
phases, different business analyst techniques you have used in doing so?
yeah, that's what. See, every quarter our business will be having the meetings, right? So they, based on the feedback from the other banks, they came to know that we need to change our applications. So that requirement was given to us on how to, how to move this, on which basis, on based on what we need to move from legacy application to the new application. There, we came to know that need to know principle. That application should be done based on the need to know principle. Then our business and the operations team heads given identified few SMEs. So my work is to gather the requirement from the SMEs from the bottom level. So what are they are expecting from the new application. So all the requirements were gathered, and there are few things which we need to get the information from external agents as well. Like, while operations team will not work internally, they will work with the international agents as well, who will help us in settling those trades. So we need to gather the information from the external agents. So they will be sending our documents, what all we are expecting from the operations team. To increase the settlement efficiency. Those are the documents. For that, we have done the document analysis. Whenever we have a doubt or whenever we haven't understand the document, we had a call. We'll have a weekly or bi-weekly calls with the agents just to clarify our doubts. Once it's done, we'll sit with the internal SMEs that who were identified by the project managers and the operations team heads. Wherever we are doubt, we will sit with them and we will try to observe what all the buttons they are using, why they are using, why can't they use the other buttons. So based on that, we have gathered all the requirements. Once the requirements were gathered, so we have converted them to the user stories. So once the user stories were written and it was approved by the operations team heads and the project managers, they were moved to the development team. So once the development team has started working on them, if they have any doubts, they will contact me or my heads. If they don't have doubts, in the meantime, I will be preparing the test case scenarios by discussing with the SMEs. And once the feature is developed, see, normally our sprint time lasts for 2 weeks. For every 2 weeks, we should deliver, and the complexity points, as a rule set for UBS, every developer should take 8 complexity points per 2 weeks, so that they should complete them, and also they should complete them within 2 weeks. So once the test cases are ready, my work is to do the testing, because I'm a part of operations team previously, so I have already the experience on how to use the different buttons in the legacy applications. So I will do the UAT. Once I got the sign-offs on the UAT from the operations heads and the business heads, we'll go back to the settlements operations team for the deployment. Once it's deployed, we need to make sure that certain trainings are given for the all the team members, because this is the new one and this will be impacted in the market live. So as a part of as a part of my regular work, I should be giving trainings on regular basis, and also clarify all the doubts raised by the operations team, and if they have raised any enhancement also, we will make a note of it. This how my regular works will, scheduled. And after once the UAT is done, once the deployment is done, then my work is to speak to the business and decommission the feature in the legacy one, because we don't want to use the legacy applications anymore. In future wise, we are decommissioning on the legacy ones.
Okay, okay. So, what kind of business analyst documentations have you done during this project,
So, see,
or are you doing during this project, since it is still a continuation process?
it's still continuous, no, but see, documentation work is very minimal for us because as we have already the previous application, the documentation is less because we whatever we do that will be no what see the mainly we the documentation means nothing but the what we are discussing in the meetings and what on every meeting whatever we have discussed that will be recorded, in the layman language in the Jira Confluence. So whatever we are doing, so there's no manual documentation work. Whenever there is an important thing that any complaints raised, only those will be documented. Apart from that, only UAT testings and test case scenarios, those will be documented for a review purpose. Apart from that, there is no much documentation involved in this. Only the UATs and test case scenarios and the sign-offs, those will be documented and saved for the review purpose, for audit purpose as well, audit review purpose. Apart from that, we will not document much. We haven't documented much on these projects.
Mm. Yadgiri, I am done, Yadgiri.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Abhinay, I
Abhinay,
think yeah, Yadgiri, please go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, can you give me the strategy analysis? Like, what type of strategies do you have follow in your projects?
See, as this is involved as for the projects that we have done, operations team are involved. See, what happens is whenever there is a new change happening, right, the operations team normally anyone as a basic human being nature is they will not accept the change. So what my work is to make sure that operations team are accepting this. See, not only the regular operations team, their heads, there are few managers who are not ready to accept the change because from the past 2 decades we are using this application. Of course, if we go to the new application, the look and feel and the latencies, they are not ready to take it. So my work is to make sure that why we are doing this, what is the backstory of this, and we need to make sure that they understand the business needs, why the business had taken this decision, why they haven't taken previously, why we have to make sure that each and every part of our idea should be explained because at the end of the day, see, our business is only the top 5 people from the operations, but if we come to the down the line, there are thousands of employees who are working on those applications. So we need to make sure that they are understanding the business, why they want to do it, and whenever they have the training, right, whenever they have any issue, we need to pitch in there and we need to try to resolve this. So our strategy is to make sure that every person in the team is being trained and they should not have any doubts on the new application as is internal and no way it's externally used. If they have any knowledge gaps on the new things, if they want to know, if suppose they will raise what has done our new application, so we have to show them like no previously used to settle 80% of the you used to touch 80% of the trades that fed to your application. Now you are able to touch more than 80%. This is how we have reduced the fails, or these type of analysis should be provided to them so that they will be satisfied that they are doing something new on the new applications. That's how the strategy is working.
Okay. So, Abhinay, I think you might have faced some of the challenges regarding change requests and all in your projects, right?
Yes.
So, may I know how did you handle such challenging change request? Could you tell me
Yeah.
any one scenario in your
Yeah,
project?
there is one thing where we are, see, as an operations team, the teams will get calls, emails, apart from their regular BAU. So calls, those will be handled. So we cannot control the calls and the emails part. What we have done is all the emails that team is working on the Outlook, they will no longer use the Outlook. So they will use the other web-based application. So what we have done is we have moved the same features what Outlook Microsoft has given, the same features are replicated there. What we have done is all the emails with the same subject line, word to word, letter to letter should be same, will be created as a task. Suppose there's an email sent by Adgiri to me. He has sent three emails today with the same subject line. The three emails will be done in one task. But what we have done is, suppose if Adgiri has changed something, reply or urgent, right? So the subject line has changed. It has created the new task. So now what challenge we got is, so we have gone through the basically, no, we have gone basically the team will, or the person who is sending the email, that they will just send reply all, they will not add anything on the subject line. So that's what we thought and we have done it. Now what happened is, uh, uh, as the clients and counterparties are tweaking their subject line, see, from we cannot tweak the subject line because we, our main goal is to use the same subject line so that the new task will not be created. So the flow of emails can be reduced. So what the challenge we got is, as the team is seeing change in subject line, they are creating a new task. So the email is already actioned. Suppose if the email is replied 5 minutes back, and there is one more chaser, as the counterparty hasn't seen the email, they have chased back with a change in the subject line like escalation, urgent, or important. When the team sees it, they again, someone from the team will pick it up and again start working. So because of the subject line, they are seeing the new task created. So they don't want that new task being created for the email line. They want the body of the email also should be read. So this is the main challenge we got. So what we have done is we have discussed with the business the same, because the requirement from the business is just to replicate the Outlook in the new web-based application. So we have discussed with the business, and the business has no has given their approval, because this is the paying part for the team. So they have given the approval and they asked us to do something on this. So what we have done is, the team can link two different tasks. Suppose uh, they think that two tasks are of for the same email, they can link. We have added one more what we say button or option to link these two tasks. So for this, we have gone through many what we say many meetings and all to know how to mitigate this, and we also informed counterparties like not to change their subject lines for the benefit for their benefit, so that we will reply them fast, because mails will be tagged based on the at what time it was received. After 2 hours, if it is not being replied right, it will move to the red items. So based on that, that's the main change we that I have received on the Outlook from the operations team.
Mm, okay, Abhitai. So when you are go through the project now, at the middle of that stage, the stakeholder ask you some change requests, like, and that change requests are manipulate that our whole project till now how much it will be completed. So how did you manage that stakeholders as regarding of that change request?
Yeah, see, yes, stated previously. See, we will inform him why we can't do it right now, because we will just inform them. We are just making sure that just trying to replicate the old applications. We are not doing any changes, right? So whenever they see, right, when they will ask, those operations team managers will ask us when can they do. We will try to inform them that, I know, these any, if it is small change, we will do it by discussing with our project manager. If it is big change that need to alter, it will take time. So we will discuss with the business, and once we get the approvals right to go, we'll make sure that the present work will not be disturbed for the development team. Because see, this is the bank, we will not have we our main focus is on the operations, not on the IT enhancements, right? So we'll be having uh, less what we say developers, not operations team will be thousands, developers will be less than 50 or 100. That how the bank works for us, that how the budgeting is also going. So based on the severity and based on the impact, so how well it's impact. Suppose if it is impacting the clients more, so we will try to ask our senior developer to pitch in this and try to complete in as soon as possible. If it is not impacting, if there is, we'll go for the external impacts, because client rating is important for a bank to perform well. So based on impact, if the impact is high, external impact is high. If for the internal impact, we'll go for the Outlook or some other legacy applications we can use. But if the impact is high externally, we have to make sure that any of the senior developers should to pitch in and try to resolve as soon as possible if it is the small one. It just depends on the impact, how well it's impacting. You should make sure that no new complaints, because whenever we receive a complaint from the client, right? So this will be go to the CEO of the bank, which is not a small part for the operations team.
Yeah. So, Abhinay, could you give me a walkthrough regarding the documents you have created in your project?
Yeah, see, suppose if in the latest, right now I'm working with UBS, there the documents are minimal, where we do whatever the daily discussions, and those will be updated in Jira or Jira Confluence or GitLab. See, few projects we use GitLab, and for few projects we use Jira Confluence. But the main documents that I say is the test case scenarios that I am getting from the SMEs of the operations team, because those are important just to get the sign-offs on the test case scenarios and the UAT testing. Once the UAT is done, right, I will take the screenshots and I will make sure those are documented. These test case scenarios and the UATs are documented. I mean, are maintained separately, so that whenever for the final sign off, we have to make sure those should be involved, while getting the major sign off for the decommissioning of the legacy application. These were the main documents that we are using right now. Previously, I have an experience of creating the BRDs and FRDs, required for the documents while working for the Bank of America Merrill Lynch, where we have used BRDs, FRDs, and FRS documents, no, so that these will be communicated well for the development team. Those are the documents that were used while we are working for Bank of America Merrill Lynch projects. Right now, we are no more documenting much. Whatever it is, the documents, no physical, sorry, I mean, no other documents apart from the whatever we do, that will be updated in Jira in the layman language that everyone can understand. Our stakeholder who are involved from the operations or business or the management or developers, they can understand. That will be updated in the Jira, like daily meetings. And if you want to send any minutes of the meeting, right? So we will not send much, that will be updated in the Jira.
Okay. From your projects, how much your development team size, and how did you communicate with them?
The development team size is 10. Development team size is 10. We have around three senior developers there. So why we have used three senior developers is whenever we have an issue, because it's an operations team, right? So they should not have any regular production issues. So whenever there is a production issue, right, we will ask the senior developers to pitch in and try to resolve that as soon as possible. That is less than 1 hour before the market closes. Before the market close, if you have any if you have any issues with the application, we have asked them to, as far as to communicate any issues that our team will raise IT tickets. We have the internal in-house site where the teams can raise the request, and for the request we have urgent and important. For any urgent and important tickets, they will hit me first. Once I see if it is an actual issue or it is just a training part, lack of training, I have to decide between them if it is an actual issue or training lack of training. So based on that, we will inform the senior developers. Like we use normally we have a chat channel in the Teams. So we will be discussing with the developers on the tickets raised. I mean, not all the developers, those three senior developers, or whoever are free or whoever has the time to pitch in. One from them should pitch in. So what are the communication, right? This will be more of informal. We call whenever we call, we are sending any calls or anything on within the developers and me. They call informal communication will be on the Teams. So whenever it should be escalated or it should be informed to the higher, I mean, to the whenever we want to address the more people, we use the Outlook while sending the emails and all. So normally we use Teams for to address small audience.
Okay. So from your projects, what type of use case diagrams did you have drawn, and what type of activity diagrams did you have drawn?
See, we have used only use case diagrams to communicate, because we thought that's the only way for the development team to understand what we are trying to tell them, because these are all related to finance operations team. They might not be understand this, so we just try to create few use case diagrams using GitLab, where the development team has also access to see them, where how what we are expecting or what the business is expecting from the new applications. So we have used the use case diagrams only, and use case specs as well, just to explain the use case diagram or what we are expecting the behavior of the system. We have used GitLab for that. Because see, why we are see, normally maximum can't understand why you are using this. Is just if it is in pictorial representation, it will be easy for them to understand, what we are trying to communicate.
Okay, fine.